Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Morning Podcast. Now let's see how the market have done in the Tuesday's trade. Sensex was down by 456 points, settling at 72,943, while Nifty closed in 124 points lower to settle at 22,147. The mid-cap 100 have declined by 0.09% and small-cap 100 increased by 0.75%. Now let's see the weekly gainers and losers of Nifty 50. The gainers are Eicher Motors, HUL, ONGC, Titan, HDFC Bank, Dr. Reddy and PBCL. While the losers are Infosys, IndusInd Bank, JSW Steel, Adani Enterprise, Bajaj Auto, Hero MotoCorp. Now let's look at the sector-wise performance. BSE Oil and Gas gained 0.7%, BSE FMCG gained 0.43%, BSE Power gained 0.37%, BSE Healthcare gained 0.35%, while the losers were BSE IT, which has declined by 2.32%, BSE Telecommunication declined by 0.4%, BSE Metal declined by 0.36%. Now let's look at the market bet data. 2177 stocks have advanced while 1638 stocks have declined. Now let's look at the 52-week high and low. 90 stocks have scaled 52-week high. Among those are AB Capital, Cummins India, Eicher Motors, HAL and Oriana Power. While 17 stocks are trading at 52-week low like Bandhan Bank, Bata and HUL. Now let's look at the FII-DI numbers. The FII were the net sellers to the tune of 4,468 crore while DII were net buyers to the tune of 2,040 crore. Now let's look at the global cues. Dow has ended lower at 0.12%, Nasdaq ended lower by 1.15%, S&P has declined by 0.6%. The global cues looks muted as strong economic data lowered the probability of rate cut amid ongoing geopolitical intentions. Asian market too have witnessed mixed trend, hence we expect flat to negative start for our market today. Now let's look at the result. Tata Communication have reported its result. Revenue was up by 1% to 5,692 crore. EBITDA was down 9.6% to 1,056 crore. Margin stood at 18.6%, while profit was up 613% to 321 crore. ICICI Lombard has also reported its result. Total income was up by 3% to 5,162 crore and net profit was up by 19% to 519 crore. Angel One had also reported its result. Revenue was up 64% to 1,357 crore and net profit was up 27% to 340 crore. Just Dial has also reported its result. Revenue was up 16.2% to 318 crore. EBITDA was up by 58.9%. Margin stood at 37.4% and net profit was up 38.4% to 115 crore. Hathway Cable and Datacom has also reported its results. The revenue was up 7.4% to 493 crore. EBITDA was up 27.1% to 63 crore and net profit stood at 34.6 crore versus a loss of 14.6 crore in the last year. All these results have remained very positive. Now let's look at the result today. Infosys, Bajaj Auto, HDFC Life, ICICI Securities, Mastech, National Standard, Network 18, Oriental Hotels, Swaraj Engines, TV18 Workers and Aclea Solutions India results are due today. Now let's look at the stock specific performance. 197 Communication. Paytm has reputed reports on the deferral of license application of Paytm Payment Services. The company has not received any communication suggesting a deferral or penalties with regard to Paytm Payment Services license application. This remains neutral for the stock. Vodafone Idea. The company has successfully closed the anchor book allocation of 490 crore equity shares at Rs 11 per share. Anchor investors have bought 491 crore shares at 11 rupees each. JQG has invested 1348 crore. Fidelity has invested 774 crore. Redeville funds have invested 281 crore. This remains neutral to positive for the stock. G Entertainment Enterprise. The company announced its decision to withdraw the merger implementation application filed before the NCLT. This will enable the company to continue to aggressively pursue all the claims against Sony in the ongoing arbitration proceeding at the Singapore International Arbitration Center and in other forums. NSE has excluded the company from derivative segment. This remains neutral for the stock. Ambuja Cement. The company infused an additional of 8,339 crore, taking the total infusion to 20,000 crore under the warrant program, increasing its stake to 70.3 from 63.2. This remains neutral to positive for the stock. Power Grid. The company has approved raising funds up to 12,000 crore via bond in FY25. This remains neutral for the stock. IIFL Finance. The company has approved a right issue to the amount of 1500 crore at offer price of 300 per share. The right issue is to open in April 30 and close in by May 14. This remains neutral for the stock. Adani Enterprise. The company stepped down subsidiary incorporated a JV King Power Osprey in Singapore. This remains neutral for the stock. Power Grid Corporation of India. The company has been declared as a successful bidder for interstate transmission system. This remains positive for the stock. Suntec Realty. The company reported 20% annual growth in the sales booking to 1915 crore in FY24 on the basis of strong housing demand. The collection stood at 296 crore, down 10% and 32% in Q4 FY24. The company has 7 large projects in Mumbai region with the gross development value of 30,000 crore. This remains positive for the stock. PC Jewellers. The company is to raise 1500 crore through right issue, while 500 crore will be raised through fully convertible warrants. This remains positive for the stock. Kirloskar Ferrous Industry. The company has started operation in Hiryu Mini Blast Furnace. This remains positive for the stock. Brigade Enterprise. The company has achieved its highest ever pre-sale of rupees 6,013 crore in FY24 and rupees 2,243 crore in 4Q. The collection stood at 5,915 crore, up 9%. This remains positive for the stock. Biocon. The drug maker signed the exclusive licensing and supply agreement for generic Ozempic commercialization in Brazil with Biome SA. This remains positive for the stock. Happiest Mind. The company announced the new Gen AI chatbot Happy, developed for a unit for the happiest health. The chatbot represents a significant development in providing personalized and informative interaction for users in healthcare domain. This remains positive for the stock. Cipla Medicare. The Telangana unit was inspected by Aegis Australia from Jan 22 to January 26 and received a GMP certification for Aegis Austria. This remains positive for the stock. Andhra Paper. The company manufacturing operation are temporarily shut in Kadayam unit due to non-availability of POP for manufacturing unit in Rajamundri, where the illegal strikes has been ongoing since April 12. This remains marginally negative for the stock. TARC. The company has achieved its highest ever FY24 pre-sales to 1612 crore, up 200%. 4Q pre-sales stood at 1281 crore, up 600%. This remains positive for the stock. Kamath Hotel. The company is launching IRA by Orchid Hotels in Ayodhya to expand presence in Uttar Pradesh. This remains positive for the stock. India Overseas Bank. The PSU said that the board of directors will meet on April 22 to consider fundraising for FY25 through FPO, right issue, QIP and preferential share. The fundraising will take places in one or more tranches within 12 months. This remains neutral for the stock. Piramal Pharma. The US FDA has issued an establishment inspection report for the company Riverview Manufacturing Facility, USA, after successfully closing the inspection of the said manufacturing facility. This remains positive for the stock. Crompton Grips. The company has received a patent for an invention, sealing fan blade mounting with extended lift angle causing broadening of the resultant air delivery cone. The patent was officially granted a patent number on April 15, 2024 for a term of 20 years effective April 5, 2018. This remains positive for the stock. Now let's look at the bulk deals. Coffee Day Enterprise. Tirki Investment bought 40 lakh shares at 70.94 per share. That's it for today. Thank you for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.